Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are taking a look at another one of those resources that is available as part of the library with Oakland. And so we are going to look at World Book Advanced. There's lots and lots of information here, so I'm going to get started with it and kind of pass through it fairly quickly so that you can see what all there is available. So if you go to our web site with the district library, mypcdl.org, you will then do the same as we have done with the other resources by going to the online research, and you will scroll all the way down and get to the bottom here where you see World Book Online. Notice there's many other World Books. There's for students, for kids. There's one with timelines. There's a lot of different resources by World Book. We're going to look at the World Book Online. Keep in mind, when you do this, if you're not in the library, you're going to see this screen here that is going to come up and ask for your library card. Once you put your library card in, if you're outside of the library, it's going to take you to the resource. What you see when you log in is you will see this page. Again, remember I said that there's numerous resources with World Book. This just shows you, even though we clicked on the advanced, it shows you all of the different resources that are available. Today we are going to be looking at advanced. So notice it says for grades 9 and up, but I want everyone to see how much is available for students clear through adults here. You're always going to see a different screen that comes across in terms of what is showing as your opening page. You can simply go in here and you can type information in for whatever that is that you might be looking for. But what I want to show you is all the different options that you have available. And that is by going over here on the right-hand side, if you go to Research and Resources. Notice what happens when I click on that. I have all of these resources that pop up. I can simply go to Atlas, and it's just like it says. I'm going to have an atlas that would show up here, and then I have my different links on the map that I can go to. So if I said I wanted to go to Asia, it's going to simply take me out, show me the map, show me a little bit of the information here down below. It's going to give me it in MLA, APA, and Harvard standards in terms of citation. And I would then be able to get more details about the political side, the climate, agriculture and fishing, etc. So the same type of information that you would get when you were searching for an with the atlas. You're going to get much more detail here. Again, I'm going to go right up here where World Book Advanced is, go back, and I will go back to the next one down behind the headlines. This is basically the scoop on what's happening in the world today. So you're going to have the latest information that is out there that is kind of like newsworthy. So if you want to say in this instance here, in Clash of the Titans, Dodgers come on top, here is the article. Notice I've got the date. I would click on that, and it's just going to take me out and have the information available to me. I can actually play this. I could change the voice if I want, but when I click, it's simply going to read that information to me. Notice up here I do have the My Research. So when I am using anything here, I can actually click on My Research, and it gives me the option here to create a username and a password. If I create an account, which I'm not going to do that today here, but if you were to create an account, it's giving you the option of where you can actually save all this information that you're finding. So that's what that does here. I'm going to close this up, go back. Notice this is always kind of like the top headline. So this is the most recent headline that they have. Go back here to Research and Resources. we can go to the citation builder. So if you have a resource that you have used and you don't know how to maybe cite that information, if I say, I'm going to say, I want to cite a book, for example. I have all these different options, but I'm going to say book and I'm going to say go. It's going to give me where I put the information in. I'm simply going, I've got a book here that I'm just going to put the information in, and after I put all of this in with the title, I do not have to have everything, but I do have to have some of the key points here. So if I do I believe I have to have the publisher's name, and I do have to have the year. So I have to have that information entered, and I think I do have to have the city. So we'll put the city in here. And when I do that, then what you are going to see is I say create a citation, and select the medium. Print. I do have to have that as well. And then I'm going to simply say, scroll down my page, hit create citation, and I'm going to get it in MLA, APA, and Harvard format. So if nothing else, this is a quick, easy way if you're doing any type of research to be able to get a citation that's accurate. Then we can go to compare places. Compare places simply is looking at different continents, different countries. And what we would do here is if I say, let's just pick Chile and let's pick Colombia, and I'm going to say compare places. Do it again here. Kind of pick Chile. There we go. And I say compare now. It's going to take those and simply do a comparison. The capitals, the official name, the area, the population. That's what you would find any of this information that you might notice, both heads of state or a president and so forth. So you would have all of that information available. Go back again. I'm always just clicking on World Book Advanced to take me back. I can go to dictionary, simply put, it's exactly what it says it is. It's basically a dictionary. I can just go in. I can put whatever I might be looking for. This just has A, but if I were to put in a word, it's just going to go out. It's going to find the word and all the information that would have to do with what you find in a dictionary. If I go back again to research and resources, I have educators tools. So if you happen to be an educator or even a parent with your own children and you want to find information, again, you can go in here. It's automatically defaulting to Ohio because obviously that's where we're located. That's where the library is. We can change the different grade levels. We can pick the different content areas. And if I were to say I want, let's just give me a web quest, for example, and I'm going to get different information that's available. Go back one more time, continue on our way back here. We've got government websites. Great place to be able to find information that relates to government sites that are out there. And notice what happens. It does, and again, in Ohio, so it's taking us out to all of the different sites that have to do with Ohio. If you happen to be a parent, grandparent, someone that maybe College Advantage, that's one of those locations where you can put money into an account for your children's savings towards college. So that's a site. You've got information for the Office of the Governor, Ohio, so forth. Transportation, all of those are available right here. Go back. I've got interactive maps. So what I have here is a map. If I click simply on one of the countries here, and I say I want to go to, for let's say, for example, we want to go to Brazil. We search this map. Let's see, come on. It's going to go in. As I'm clicking, it goes in closer. So I can go to Brazil itself, and I can go to the article that has to do with Brazil, and I will see images. Again, one of those places, anytime we see this symbol, we can have it read, we can change the voice, and we can get all the information that we would maybe want concerning Brazil. Again, my research is right here as a place to save anything that we might find. I've got the next thing down is my research, which simply takes you to exactly to where we were at before, where that location is for anything that you would have put in there when you made your account. We've got Pathfinders. Again, Pathfinders, what it does, it's a collection of resources, not just encyclopedia articles, but multimedia as well. So I can simply, if I clicked on ancient Greece, for example, I have this article and study aids that are available. But notice I have this select tool so I can find more information that is broken down. So if I wanted to find the history, for example, it's going to take me back to more detailed information about the article that I might be, or the subject area, I should say, that I would be looking for. Go back here one more time, World Book, and we go to resource guides. Resource guides, again, notice it's defaulting to Ohio, but we can change that information. We can look for newspapers, we can look for government entities, whatever that might be. And we have, again, the different subject areas along the side. So if I wanted to know with sports teams, for example, then here I am, and it's going out and looking. Scroll back up, World Book. We've got timelines. So we can have the World Book timeline, but we can also do what is called My Timelines, or we can create a timeline. So you could create a timeline within here. You can even add media if you so choose to this timeline. If not, if you just simply wanted to go to one of the timelines that's available here, if we go to science and technology, for example, and let's break it down even farther. Let's go to computers, and then we could break it down from there. We could click on Steve Jobs, and it's going to give us this timeline. Really nice layout in terms of how this looks with this timeline. Go back with my World Book. Keep going back here. This does end up, when we go to timelines, it does take you out a little bit more. So we might have to read. Let's click here and let's just go back on our screens here, because it is taking, when you go to timelines, it does take you out to a whole different site, kind of different part of World Book Advanced. Notice how my screen is changing here. The background is constantly changing throughout. Today in history. So what this does is just a real quick history of birthdays, events, things that took place. We can always change. We could say, oh, I want to know February 9th, for example. What happened? Birthdays, events, so forth. And then we're going to world newspapers. Again, it's taking me to Ohio. I can search any state that I might want to do. What you are going to notice with newspapers, it is going to take you, it is going to maybe give you the front page, just some basic information. because we all know now when it comes to the most part with newspapers, they are a prescription subscription, so you will not see a lot of detail, and you will get lots and lots of advertising. This does open. You notice here it opened a whole new tab, so I'm just going to simply close that up, and this will take me right back to World Book. And then the last thing that shows is World Resources. And again, we've got interactive maps, an atlas, compare places. So basically, these are the same things that you were finding when we were back on our drop down here. Notice here, welcome. It's got my information. See how I am logged into the Putnam County District Library. That's how it knows and is giving me information that always wants to kind of direct me back to Ohio, because it knows that I am using the Open resources that are available with World Book while I am in Ohio. And then again here, we have the most, we have the very much just a basic area where we can do a search, World Book. So if I were to just simply put in here, I'm going to just put in cardinals, very general. What am I going to get? Because I could get anything from the bird to ball teams. So this is what, if you were just going to do a search, you're going to get. Obviously, like I said, I was very, very vague in what I typed in. And then again, I've got, this is searching all. If I just wanted to search media, I would click on the media button, and I'm just going to see media here. One more time, just go back. Notice not just here can we do a search, but we can do an advanced search. And down here in the corner, with whatever's coming across on my screen, I'm always going to have this coming up. This is a description of what my screen is at the current time. So what you're going to see when you click on advanced search is the same thing that you would find with any other form of advanced searching that you might do. So you could be much more specific instead of such a broad concept like is when I typed in cardinal. So one last time, go back to World Book Advanced and just make sure that you understand and you know that you must, if you are not in the library, you must put in your library card. And hope everyone finds something that is part of World Book Advanced that is beneficial for you to use and enjoy. On that note, hope everyone has a fantastic week.